Hello, welcome back to another week of Walt's Weekly Updates. How's everybody doing? Hey, happy, I was gonna say happy Wednesday, but by the time you get this, it's Thursday. But anyway, happy June. How's that? Hey, my update's not really so much of an update this week as it is just to give you a little bit of a different vibe, a little bit of different information. And it caused me to start thinking about it recently because you may or may not heard that our movie studios that were coming to Vegas have been shot down by the Nevada State Assembly. So it got me to thinking a lot about why did I become a real estate agent in Las Vegas in the first place? Well, it's a little bit long story, but it really was just by happenstance. Without going into it, it was because of a friend of a friend. When I moved to Vegas, I was not in the real estate industry. I'd always been in the housing service industry for a long time, but not in real estate. So anyway, long story short, why am I a real estate agent, a real estate broker today? And the reason is more than I actually thought. You know, I love Las Vegas. That's why I ended up moving here for no other reason. I just loved it. I wanted to be in the warm weather, and I didn't know what I was going to do because my wife and we had sold our company and just packed up and moved down to Vegas. We really didn't know what we were going to, venture into. And recently, what happened is, we were they were calling it Vegas or Hollywood 2.0. We were going to get these movie studios here in Vegas. And when it went to our Nevada legislature, it passed the Senate, and then the other half of our legislature is the state assembly, and it failed there. And it didn't fail because that they actually got to vote on it. They never got to vote on it, and it was really, really disappointing. And they only meet every six months, every 2 years. So unless we get a special session, unless our governor calls for a special session, then it's dead for 2 years. And I just that doesn't sit right with me, and especially because we, as the citizens, did not get a vote. Like our representatives did not actually get to vote on this, and I think it's wrong. And for a couple reasons. One is just plain old wrong because it wasn't done in a democratic way. And the other thing is it was really going to be good for our city. Now, there's a lot of people on the other side of the fence that don't really think that it was a good thing. It was all the tax breaks, right? It was almost like $2 billion in tax breaks to give to these studios to come in. But on the flip side, they were going to create a lot of new jobs, a lot of people coming into the city. And from my standpoint is we already have a very diverse culture. We need to diversify our economy. And that's what's really upsetting to me about the whole thing. This, obviously we're in the hospitality industry. That's our number one source of employment. Now we've got all the sports teams and stuff coming. So we're starting to diversify really well. But boy, would that have been nice. And so to diversify our economy a little bit more would be just a big plus. So back to why it made me realize just how much I love our city. So when I started doing real estate here and selling, I actually love real estate, and I love people. That's really my main thing. And I love helping people achieve their dream. And a lot of people, if they're like me, I had this dream of moving to Vegas, and I've met a lot of people like that. And, I get to help with that. And it affected me when this got shot down, this movie studio, because I thought, this is our city. I'm getting a little protective over it here. And that's why I keep doing what I'm doing. Sometimes the job can be frustrating and all that, as with anybody's job. But most of the time it's very rewarding, especially when I'm helping people, go after what they want and get what they want here in Vegas. So anyway, I'm telling you why I'm a real estate agent, and I'm also venting a little bit about my frustration over this assembly issue that they did not even take to a vote. So that's it for now. In case you didn't know my story, and there's probably a lot of you that I've got to know really well, and you kind of do know my story, but there's many of you that don't. So now you get to know a little bit more about me. I love people's stories, by the way. So anytime you want to share yours with me, I'd love to listen. Have a good week, everybody. We'll talk to you soon. Cheers.